Hello everybody, welcome to Badlands Ballistics. Gonna do a little shooting today, bring you guys along. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know that I have got a recent affection for these little pocket guns. And I got a video I'm really excited about. I've been looking for one of these guys. This is a North American Arms. So I bought this gun used. They don't make these anymore, but I wanted to show you this just because I found it interesting. The original cardboard box. And so the original box it comes in, I'll flip the camera around and show you guys this box. They come in a really awesome locking box. I think it's really neat that North American Arms goes a little bit extra, gives us a nice case to put it in. So the interesting thing is, whoever had this gun, they traded it to a pawn shop or sold it or whatever, but man, they were into it. It come with extra grips, extra mags, and they've put aftermarket sights on it. I'll flip the camera around and show you. That sun, hopefully you guys can see it, but this is like it's almost like a carbon fiber kind of a deal. I'm sure it's not, it's some kind of plastic, but a really nice lockable box. And man, this thing has extra mags, this extended mag, and look at this. Aftermarket sights on this guy. These are what I'm gonna call good using sights. I'm super excited to shoot this guy. So I don't think I mentioned, but the model of it, they call it is a Guardian, and they made it in 380 and 32 auto, and they had one of their proprietary cartridges. I'm not that familiar with it, so I'm not going to speak to that, but you know, I kind of got to know some of the folks at North American Arms down at SHOT Show, and they said they're not making these anymore. They just weren't selling. So I was excited to find it. I'll tell you, I took it apart, did some cleaning on it. This probably has less moving parts than any semi-auto handgun I've ever seen. It is so doggone simple. You know, there's no safety, there's no slide hold back, it is just as simple as it gets. But somebody went to some big effort to put some 3-dot sights on there. Hopefully you guys can see that, because those are not factory sights. And when I seen that, I got it at a pretty reasonable price. I thought, that is pretty awesome. So anyway, talk about the ammo we're going to shoot today. Got two different types of ammo. First is this PPU, and I don't have any experience with this. I think this is the first box I've ever bought. 71 grain, full metal jackets. Guess I could read on there and tell us where it was made. Made in Serbia. So, and this is my hand loads. These are Barry's bullets, also 71 grains. Kind of in that middle of the range power level, which they're so dang small. I think the starting load is like 2.1 grains, 1.9, and the max is like 2.3 or something. So it's very, very small range. But shot these in the Beretta Tomcat, shot these in the Walther PPK. Seems to be pretty reliable in those. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to shoot in this North American Arms. So I think we'll do the hand loads first. I've got my table rest set up here at 30 yards. I've had a little bit of criticism recently. I'm not sure why. I've had 3 or 4 comments of how come I don't state the range. So you guys are watching this. The range is a full 30 yards. Does that make sense? Probably not. Probably should be at 10 yards or 15 yards. But I've had so much fun with these pocket guns. Hopefully you guys seen the North American Arms video on the Sidewinder, the 22 mag. I shot it at 30 yards. That thing was amazing how good it shot. It had a 1-inch barrel. These guns are high quality. I'll tell you, the workmanship on these is fantastic. Of course, I'm from Utah. This is a small Utah company. I'd like to support the local folks, but North American Arms been around a long time. They're good folks. I don't work for them. They don't pay me to do anything. So, but if you're looking at these pocket guns, these are pretty neat. So we'll shoot 3 shots with the hand loaded ammo, then we'll go check the target. All right, guys. Well, if you notice, I put my sunglasses back on. I'll tell you, my eyes get, as I get older, pretty sensitive to the sun, and it's a full bright day, and I haven't been out in the sun much this year, just early in the spring and whatever. So I'm kind of putting my sunglasses when I can on to kind of hopefully save my vision while I'm shooting here. But I want to go over just the mechanics of this guy a little bit. It is so dang simple. No slide hold back on the last shot, no slide release, no safety. And I'm gonna call it a double action only trigger. So you guys will see this piece here, the gun's clear, but I'm gonna pull the trigger. See how that guy comes back? So that is the safety in a way. So you guys heard me talk about this before with my double action auto exposed hammers, CZ75. That is my genre of guns. I look at this gun, put it in my pocket in the pocket holster. That thing is never gonna accidentally go off. I'm gonna say never. My son doesn't like me to say that, but he kind of growls at me. Oh yeah, you're still got a hot weapon there, which is true. You don't want to point it at anybody, but I just feel like there's a level of safety there. I mean, that just takes so much effort. I'm slipping it in a pocket, whatever. I feel safe with this gun, full mag, one in the barrel. It's not gonna go off and blow my leg off. So anyway, this guy, I don't know, man. I hope my accuracy is good because I love it. I held it up. I should have brought the Beretta Tomcat because you guys know I'm a big fan of Tomcat. I have packed that thing a million miles. This thing is quite a bit slimmer this way than the Tomcat. And it's a little smaller profile, very similar, but smaller. I'm gonna spend some time with this guy. This may be my new everyday carry. Let's go look at the target. All right, so hopefully you can see these little tiny holes. So there's 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna call that a 9-inch group. But look at the point of impact. So you guys know I like a 6 o'clock sight picture. So I'm aiming right there. Man, for that tiny of a gun, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. So we're gonna mark these. These are my hand loads. I think they're shooting pretty dang good. Okay, we're gonna shoot 3 rounds with that PPU factory ammo. So let's talk about ammo for a second. On a 32, I'm gonna be shooting premium ammo. I've had some experience with the Underwood ammo on that Extreme Defender. It's that screwdriver looking tip deal. Man, I think that has been a game changer for defensive ammo. Honestly, I wanted to get this guy out here to the range and just see if it's gonna work, see if it's even gonna be on paper or whatever before I go spending, you know, a buck around on premium ammo. But so I'm gonna shoot 3 shots with this PPU, and then I think we're gonna dump a couple rounds or a couple mags downrange and just check for reliability more than anything. But I'll tell you, I don't leave some comments. For me to shoot those kind of groups at 30 yards with this teeny tiny gun, I'll tell you what, in a defensive situation, you know, I've had some comments say, well, you better not be using that gun at 30 yards, which is true. They're gonna have to shoot first. But I go back to that mall shooting that was here a few years ago, and it was a you know, lawful gun owner that took out a criminal that was shooting up the place, and I think he was shooting about 30 yards and made the shot. So anyway, I don't know why I remember that situation, but I always have that in the back of my mind thinking, you know what, if I ever had to make a shot, could I? With this gun, I'm gonna say yes. And of course, you know, this is day 1 of some extensive testing. You know, if you find the right premium ammo, whatever. But I don't know, I'm pretty stoked about it. Let's shoot 3 more. All right, guys, maybe there's something with that ammo, but had a misfire. So I'm gonna give it a second, try to give it, thing about this has like what they call the double strike capability. So we're gonna try to hit it again. Okay, we're gonna walk up and look at the target. So 2 of the 3 had to have been hit twice. That feels like an ammo issue. I don't know, but that's why we test our carry guns, right? Let's go look at the target just for some accuracy and see what it's looking like. All right, guys, this is interesting. So here's 1, 2. So you know, hanging right in there. got a flyer clear up there. That's probably the loose nut behind the trigger. Okay, so the accuracy is very interesting. I think that one flyer, I'm gonna say that was probably operator error, but I mean, the accuracy to me is amazing to be shooting that good. I happened to look at my range bag and I had a box of Norma 32 autos. These are 73 grains. I'm gonna try 3 of those on the target before we start shooting the gongs. But you know, if you guys watch the channel, you know, to me, reliability trumps everything. If it's not reliable, it's a fancy looking paperweight. It is useless. So I'm hoping that's just an ammo issue. If it's not, I'm gonna send it to North American Arms, because there's a spring or a firing pin issue, or there's something, because I know these guns are more reliable than what we've seen with that ammo, and it may be just an ammo thing. So anyway, we're gonna shoot 3 with this Norma, and then we'll go look at the target at that point. Okay, well, a little disappointing there. I don't know, make sure it's on the video, but the first round took a double strike to get it to go off. The next 2 are fine. Both those ammunition is made in Europe, and I've read some stuff that some of the European 32 auto ammo is a little bit different. Maybe it's that. So we're gonna go look at the target, and then we're gonna dump some rounds with my hand-loaded ammunition. And if there's a reliability issue with that, I'm gonna get a hold of the folks at North American Arms, and we'll get to the bottom of it. All right, so this guy's shooting way high. Look at this. So here's 1, 2, 3. I mean, not a terrible group. You know, that's like a 7-inch group, so that's not terrible, but this reliability issue's kind of got me concerned. All right, so I got 3 mags loaded up. So I forgot to mention this. It came with this big extended mag, which is very comfortable to hold on to. It almost defeats the purpose a little bit. I don't know, maybe this would be good for like a novice shooter or something that wanted to get used to these smaller guns, because man, it feels great, but I'm kind of looking at it going, man, it is almost too big for the purpose. So anyway, so 3 mags loaded. We're gonna just dump them as quick as we can downrange at the steel gongs and see if this thing's gonna run, or if we feel like there's a mechanical issue with it. So here we go. Well, all right, you guys seen it. That was 3 6-round mags, 18 rounds, not a hiccup. So I think it's an ammunition issue. I'm gonna spend some more time with this guy. I've got some premium ammo for it, and luckily, the world, our ammo and ammunition choices right now are fantastic. I've got some premium double tap ammunition. Met those guys down to SHOT Show, another Utah company. I'm excited to try out some of their ammo. I haven't got to the range with it yet. Hornady makes a premium 32. The Underwood Ammo makes a premium 32. So I'm going to spend some time with this guy, but I really believe it's this whole misfire thing, definitely a ammunition deal, and usually it's rare to have your hand loads perform better than the factory loads as far as reliability. But yeah, I don't know. Tell you what, I'm sure excited about this guy. I think this is going to be my new everyday carry. Tell me what you guys think. We're going to wrap the video up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe.